Hi, I'm Jeff Smith with the HomeSmiths Team at Keller Williams Realty. I appreciate you stopping by to spend a few minutes with me today. I am going to bring you up to speed with the Denver real estate market, okay? I've been hearing, as well as you probably have also, the news out there, the headlines that are being read. Now, is this fake news? Is it news that we can count on, or are we just not digging deep enough? Let me share with you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing about the market. These are just quotes. Spectacular, frantic buying, roaring back, a surge, new record highs, pent-up demand drives second month of record-setting pending sales, okay? I think that we need to really dig in just a little bit here with some numbers and see what this all means. Now, if you were somebody that had fear, maybe even hope in a way, if you were on the buyer side or investor side, but if you were thinking that all of what we've went through so far in 2020, the shutdown, the corona pandemic, if you are thinking that it's going to cause a crisis or has caused a crisis in our real estate market, the numbers just aren't adding up. Let me share with you what I mean. Now, let me back up a second. There could be a crisis, but it's probably not the crisis that you're thinking of where prices are going to drop, all right? So let me share with you, average close price right now, year over year, we're up 2.7% in our pricing, okay? It's amazing. I mean, we didn't lose ground. We're in fact up overall from what we were last year. Now, prices will always change. They're going to be elastic with the level of supply and the level of demand. That supply is inventory of housing, and demand, of course, buyers purchasing, buyers putting houses under contract and closing, okay? So let's look at that equation a little bit. Closed listings. Now you have to understand, we were shut down for a little bit, almost, just stopped. We couldn't go out and show houses. People decided differently to change, right? We're not going to make a move anymore. We're not putting our house on the market right now. So our sales are down 9.2% from a year ago, okay? Now, our pending listings also down 5%, but that's because of just what I explained, right? We were kind of put on pause, right? But where are we now? If we were to look at new listings on the market, okay, this is the inventory level, the supply side of the equation, we're down for the year by over 11%. Now, I'm talking about single family homes throughout the 11 county metro Denver area, okay? We're down 11%. But where the really the drastic news comes into play is when we talk about active listings, current active listings in the marketplace, we're down 34% from last June. Now, I'm talking about last month's numbers. That's what we have, to work with here. So June over June, from 19 to 20, we're down 34% in the availability of homes out there. All right. Now, pending listings, okay, that's the demand side of things. I would share with you, I'm not sure if there's more buyers per se as a whole in the marketplace. There was some pent-up demand, right? Some buyers that were expecting to move anyway. So I don't know if we brought in droves more buyers, but interest rates at all-time lows are driving that demand. People getting cooped up and thinking, I don't want to stay in this apartment anymore. I found out that maybe I don't even like the people I'm living with. We need more space, so we want to look for a bigger home. So that demand side is just incredible right now, and it's kind of I guess if I were to equate it to a wave, okay, I don't know what they call this. There's probably a technical term. Somebody can call me and let me know what that is. But you're standing out there, you're maybe treading water, you can't touch, and all of a sudden you can feel it coming, and the water level goes down, and all of a sudden your feet are on the sand, and then all of a sudden you can feel it, and it's coming, it's roaring, that wave is coming, and it comes up, and it comes with a surge, right? And it starts starts rushing towards the shore. Well, that's kind of what's happened here, that drawing back. We were held back from the sales. And so everything's just kind of moving forward a little bit. Our spring market is now becoming the summer market, right? So that demand getting driven forward, and it's kind of overlapping some months, right? And so in June, over 22% increase in pending sales from a year ago, June. That's a lot, and that's pretty incredible. But again, it's that wave. We're kind of meshing a couple of months worth of demand together. All right, but what does that mean? Now, we outpaced on the closing side of things. Closed listings here. We've got, if we looked at the closed number of house sales in June based on what we have available, we only have between 4 and 5 weeks of inventory available. What do I mean by that? Why is that important? Okay, if we bring no other homes to market, and it kind of seems like that's what's happening, sellers aren't coming to market. Well, we're going to be out of houses, and that's the crisis here. That's the crisis, right? We're going to be out of homes. Now, if you look at the months of inventory on the pending side would be that, I didn't figure the numbers here, but we outpaced what we have active available. And we outpaced under contract the new listings coming available. So we probably have maybe 3 weeks of supply. Don't quote me on that one, okay? But we probably have 3 weeks of supply, where a balanced market would be 6 months worth of supply. So you can see the big, the big difference there, and why that's such a difference. So the crisis really is that prices are going to get driven up in the short term. At least that's my belief. Okay, why do we look at statistics? Not only to find out where we've been, where we are currently, but hopefully in the short term, where are we going, right? And I think that that's going to push prices up. Now, the crisis, does that sound like a crisis? Maybe not if you're a seller, but really difficult to find a home, right? Housing affordability, fewer people being able to afford a home. It just hurts Denver overall is my feeling, okay? So right now, if you're a seller and you have a place to go, or you call me and I will find it, okay? I will find it off market, or I will find that dream home for you. Don't worry about that. But if you're a seller, trust me, you're gonna be in a good position. You got good shoes on, right? Buyers, same thing. I will find that house for you, but it is a little bit more difficult, and depending upon the price range, the price bracket you're in. Single family houses, and that's what we've been talking about here today. 0 to 300, pretty much non-existent in single family. Condo, yes, we can go out there and find some properties. We get into that 400, a 400 single family. You can find some stuff up, just under that, but 400 to 600 starts to ease up a little bit, more like a river, right? There's houses coming, there's houses going. It's just always kind of a constant flow, all right? We get into that 600 and 900, more houses available, maybe less competition. And again, same thing when you go into the luxury market, 900 and above, all right? So depending upon what bracket you're in is going to be, the level of pain that you're feeling. How hard is it going to be to find a place, procure that property, and so forth. So is probably not the crisis you were thinking of and possibly hoping for. If you were hoping for a great deal, I don't see this market going drastically down any time in the very near future. And so if you are selling, please help fix this problem. Call me. Let's get your house on the market. Let's do some planning. I'm happy to have a virtual cup of coffee with you. We can do most of our planning over the phone. We can get real close to price. I can do a video walkthrough with you. And of course, now we're open and able to come out and see you. So let's get that started. It's never too early to start that planning process, all right? Last thing here. I hope I covered everything, but here's one other stat. How long is it going to take to sell? Okay, how long is it going to take to sell? 33 days on market. That's it. 33 days on market. We're even Steven with last year. It took 33 days last year to sell the average house, and that's what it's taken this year. Now, of course, if you overprice, it's going to take a little longer for you to adjust that and that kind of thing. But 33 days on the market, not too shabby. Okay. So lots of great tools here in the blog. I've got a search for homes button, a instant home evaluator to kind of get you close on what your house might be worth, just at least a rough idea. Download our reports. We've updated our buyer reports and our seller reports for the summer. Lots of great information in those reports. And then some other articles. I go through and I read a lot about statistics, about different things affecting our national market and our local market. And so I've included some of those here, and they're worth a read if you're thinking about buying or selling here. So as always, I'm here to bring you expert advice and guaranteed results. I appreciate every one of you. I thank you for your past business, your loyalty, your questions when you call. I just love chatting houses. And thank you for all your referrals and all those folks that I've been able to help this year in 2020. Kudos to you. What a crazy world we've lived through here in 2020, and you've made it. We've had a great success with getting our clients to closing here in all of this crazy world we're living in. So I know this has been probably a long video for you, but hopefully you found some parts of it interesting and helpful, and my best to you. And just be good and make the second half of 2020 absolutely the best second half ever. Okay, that's my plan. That's what I'm going to work towards. So my best to you all. Thank you very much.